Have you ever been to middle school? Yes. Have you ever been to 6th grade? I've been there, done that, never. Never again. Chill, bro, it was not that bad. Yes, it's... What? Okay, I'm almost in high school, so let's see some of the tales from the 6th grade. Okay, first period. Nothing too extra happened. This was my STEM class. It was just a vibe and a good time. The teacher said we were such a well-behaved class, which made it very unchaotic. There were no class clowns. I sat at a table with Rainbow Krispies. She'll be back. Jojo. That's a boy, by the way. And 12. We all became friends and we all sat together. We were probably the loudest group there, but it was a fun experience and I give it a 10 out of 10. Also, side note, why do you always see this one person every day in passing period? They're like in every place possible. Like, are you near the bathroom? They're over there. In the cafeteria with 300 students, you somehow see specifically them 2 rows away. He or she is in 5 of your classes for no reason and you have never talked to them. My second period really sucked. So basically, every 6th grader at my school had to take this class called Strategies for Success. I hated it. It was the worst experience of my life. And I had a teacher, let's call her Miss Keylime. It was such a useless class, but it was so hard. For our final, we had to type 60 words per minute or we failed the final. We were just 12 and 11 years old. I don't know how she expected us to type that fast. Let me rant on this class for a second. She hated my friends. She loved me for some reason, but she hated my friends. She gave it attention for sneezing too loud. She was mad all the time. I learned nothing from this class. 0 out of 10 experience. Would not recommend to a friend. Third period was pre-athletics. My asthmatic self shouldn't have signed up. My coaches were cool, but they did put us through work. We ran a mile every Monday, ran up hills every so often, had to do a plank for a full 5 minutes during announcements. There was a weight room, because of course, this is Texas, and we had to lift weights pretty often. Dog, I don't know about you, but that's hard. That was a great experience in hindsight, and I'm glad I did it, but I ain't doing that again. I did PE in 7th grade. Lunch was goated, and my assistant principal, Mr. Word Doc, ran such a fun lunch. Every day when there was a few minutes left, we would do a super fun competition. And a little crash course on our cafeteria layout. There were 3 rows, and they were all separated like this, and whoever won the competition would get to go in the line first. So, again, super cool person. He got promoted to high school, and then we got this new person. 4th period was math. Nothing too interesting ever happened. This teacher was the type to give detentions for slightly misbehaving, but she was a nice person and a great teacher. 5th period was very chaotic. My teacher was named, we'll call him Mr. Alka-Seltzer. All the semi-popular boys were in this class I ended up making friends with later in 7th grade, but not too much in 6th grade. Also, my crush was in this class, and if you've ever had a crush, that's a very nerve-wracking experience. And I'm not gonna elaborate, because that alone could constitute as a video. But more about Mr. Alka-Seltzer. He was very nice, but also had the craziest lore of any teacher I've ever met. This man has lived in 3 different countries and can speak 3 different languages fluently. He taught in freaking China and was fittingly our social studies teacher. So that was cool. But when this teacher crashes out, Mr. Alka-Seltzer crashes out. He made social studies fun and it was a good time, but he crashed out on us a lot. We were a very hard to deal with class. 6th period. We love 6th period. 6th period was my theater class. Mrs. Queen was a goated theater teacher. I met a lot of friends here. Rainbow Krispies was one of my friends, and since she was a girl, everyone and their mom thought we were dating at one point. And By at one point, I mean the entire year. It got so bad. I'd pass someone in the hallway like, yo, how your girlfriend doing? I don't have a girlfriend. Yes, you do, bro. Rainbow Krispies? Yes, bro. No, we are just friends. Nah, bro, you like her. I don't. You're just denying the truth. You like Rainbow Krispies? You said that just so more people will say this, didn't you? Yep. Oh my god, I hate 6th graders. 7th period. 7th period was my science class. It was all boys with Mrs. Clyde. It was a fun time. Nothing notable happened. 8th period with Mrs. Pade was a great time. She was a semi-strict teacher, but with humor. So it was a funny class. It was so hard not to laugh in that class. There were some people who were smart alecks with the teacher and always talked back. And again, she had humor, so that class was pretty fun. Hello, and welcome to the end card. If you liked this video, be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.